So, folks, today we're going to be talking about another internet predator. I just can't believe this. I can't believe that there's so many predators out there. It's like disgusting. It's like the worst of the worst out there. And I cannot. Sorry. I cannot fathom the fact that someone who is clearly an adult would go through this sort of heinous actions towards a kid. So, yeah, I'm going to be talking about this one individual YouTuber who has surprisingly a lot of subs, who has 60,000 subs, by the name of TheMuteTroll. I'm going to go over this person's documents that I saw on their channel and how they explain that they had a grooming experience with this person. And my goodness, it's disturbing. So here's the start of the document. It says, TheMuteTroll, the full story behind a manipulative groomer presented by Elivix. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I'll just call them E. And this document updates whenever I find new information about Troll. And trigger warning, if you don't want to see this kind of stuff, feel free to log off the video or anything else. But please, if you do not feel comfortable, I would suggest you go off this video. Chapter 1. The Premise. Around 2014-2015, I.E. was surfing around the internet for Minecraft content like any regular 9-year-old would, as I was a big fan of the otherwise beloved game. One day, however, I came across this one YouTuber who made a lot of videos about exposing Herobrine sightings on Minecraft, Herobrine being the most well-known creepypasta character surrounding the Minecraft community to this day, who went by the name of TheMuteTroll. Anyways, I became obsessed with his other exposing videos afterwards, with most of his content including Geometry Dash gameplays too. I had also noticed that he exposed people like Along Came Josh and Katie Productions, both of which I have already made myself familiar with, but cause I'm a Finnish person, I didn't really get English back in the day, so I ended up misunderstanding all of the information Troll had about them faking the sightings. But I still continued on with his videos, although I barely understood anything from them. In summer 2016, I finally got the chance to meet him in player on his Minecraft server through a server preview he had uploaded onto his YouTube channel. This was around the time I had turned 11 years old and had also somewhat learned English, so I made the big decision to join the server and Troll himself joined in on the fun. We quickly became friends. One of the conversations I remember having with him was about the Samurai Minecraft skin. I was literally obsessed with the particular skin to the point I had asked Troll where could I find it, and he kindly told me about numerous websites for Minecraft skins. After a while, he made the request that I should get into contact with him on Skype. He also owned a separate Skype server for his fanbase, which I think got turned into his current Discord server called TMDT. Okay, this is how every predator starts. Like, they become friendly, get to know them, get closer to the kid, like, they become friendly towards them, and then they invite them to the server and get their contacts and blah blah blah. And then it slowly gets to the point where they ask something like, I don't know, nudes or whatever. But yeah, this is how every predator sounds like. And honestly, I don't blame E for this because, again, they were a kid back then. But yeah, this is really much fault to the troll mute because he knew he was like, I don't know what age he was at that time. I'm assuming he's like 18 or older, but he was definitely more older than E. So yeah, it's pretty much his fault for this. And we did get into contact with each other privately sometime after realizing that Troll must have been around 18 to 20 years old and I was just 11 years old. The fact that I barely understood English I ended our friendship and told Troll nothing about it. I still remain on as a fan of him until 2018 when he would then mysteriously disappear from YouTube and from social media in general. In April 2023, after finding out the full extent of what Troll had been doing with him, taking advantage of minors, I fell apart and began to rethink my past friendship with Troll that would have ended up very badly for me to imagine such a great YouTuber turning out to be a sick-minded monsters behind the scenes. After the release of my first video, exposing in June 2023 on Troll, some of his members of both the Geometry Jazz community and the Minecraft community alike had opened up about their idolization of TheMuteTroll back in the days, as he was known for changing the history of the two games. However, the phenomenon itself worked as a major inspiration for me to dive deeper into the mute rabbit hole and find out what else he's been getting away with. You know, that was a very lucky call because it would have been worse if you honestly stay there, and I'm actually glad you ended the friendship because that was a very smart decision, E, because you were like, hey, this guy must be like 18 to 20. I don't think I feel comfortable about this, so you ended the friendship or whatever. So I'm glad that you did, but yet again, the troll mute has still done something very wrong. Not with E, but something with children's out there. Quick note, there were some people that were agreeing on the fact that it might have been not Troll himself behind the grooming situation back in 2018, but an impersonator instead. I'll go on and admit that I'm aware of it myself too while I was working on the expose, but in the next chapter I will prove that this isn't the case. Quick note too, out of curiosity, I did a user search on Discord for users by the name of TheMuteTroll, and I was only able to find one user by this name. I had failed to take a picture of it, and afterward I tried to search him up again. Nothing appeared. It might have been for the fact that the website has become a bit outdated, but now I'll let the link to the website here. If any of you guys are reading this, are able to search him up on there. Quick note, because Troll is an Italian and some of his victims were around 14 to 15 years old, it's important for people to know that some countries tend to have loose laws surrounding the age of consent. In Italy's case, the age of consent is 14, meaning that it's technically legal for an older adult to date a teenager in Italy, sometimes even sexual context. Italy, what the Look, even if mute is in the same country where the age of consent is 14, it does not guarantee that his audience is also in Italy. For example, my channel and me is in Canada, but that does not mean my audience is mostly just Canadians. No, it's actually rather the United Kingdom and USA, but that does not mean I automatically think that my audience is Canadians. So just because Mute is in Italy does not mean his audience is going to be from Italy. It can be from, I don't know, like US, UK, Canada, anywhere else. But it can mean that some of his audience might be from Italy, but still, it does not always mean that his audience is from Italy. Chapter 2, Diving Deeper. So here's just confirmation that he's from Italy and other stuff, blah blah blah. I do not care about this part, but you guys know he's from Italy. So moving on. On his Steam page, we're able to take a look at his bio where he states that he likes to trade people for random things on random servers. At first, this may seem innocent, but once we take into account that he was using this very tactic for grooming purposes shown here, and that he would also use the same tactic to apparently pay off people to spread hate on Troll's fans, more on this later. If you have been able to be a follower of TheMuteTroll for quite some time now, you should be aware of the numerous collaborators. The collaborators were either longtime fans of his YouTube channel or those close to him, which led to us to this point in this chapter. So, as we can see in these screenshots in the Reddit post, Troll is asking, hey, what's your age? And then the person's going like 14. And then Troll says, well, I wanted to give you Roblox because you're really hot. But since you told me about these bad. And then he says, I've also started doing a challenge. I'm currently doing it with one girl. And the person says, what is it? Basically, she does stuff every day and she gets 200k Roblox in a month. So basically 30 days of stuff for 200k. Then she's like, dang, really? And then Mute is like, but since she's doing it, well, I'll give it her in 15 days, but she started it like a week ago, so I have to pay up soon, but I enjoyed it. Basically, Troll is luring in people, minors. Here's another confrontation between Troll and someone else. Someone's like, why do you care so much? And then Troll's like, you mean why I care about you? You're the one who keeps bringing this back into your life. No wonder you have trauma. Okay, so basically he's victim blaming. And then she says, or he, why do you care about me so much? Then why you're the one who caused so much harm to me? And then Troll is basically saying, stop thinking emotionally, think rationally. And basically just blaming this person. Here's another confrontation between Troll and another person. So the person goes, the difference between me and you is I don't manipulate young people into thinking they'll get a reward for sexual challenges and favors. Then Mute goes, you're great. And then the person goes, was Haley a fake account? TM? And then Mute goes, no. And then the person goes, for the scale of the issue you have caused, I completely disregard your feelings as a human. You are not a good person. No matter what you go through, no matter amount of reformation will amount the horrible things you have done to these three girls, to you contact with Miss Lavender? And then Mia goes, I have no knowledge of any Miss Lavender. Okay, so there is 3 victims of Mute, and yeah, this is pretty much disgusting. Mute, no matter what you've gone through in life, no matter if you had trauma or anything, it should not excuse you to do anything pedophilic. And just because you're in Italy does not mean that these 3 girls are in Italy. And then we have Mute being a degenerate incel that he is in this screenshot, which I'm not going to say out loud. Here's Mute victim blaming and saying, why don't you just let go of your trauma? It's that easy. Oh my goodness, this guy has to be the most, like, I can't say the word, but it's like, the word is Dutch, but like, as in a slur. Then moving on from that, Troll's manipulations towards minors. Around the time Troll was exposing the numerous fake creepypasta sightings around the Minecraft community, he would always force his way to get into creepier, deeper contact with as many fakers as possible, usually through the Skype server or the Discord server I previously mentioned about. However, most of these fakers were around 10 to 14 years old, with the youngest ones being 8 to 9 years old, while Troll was in his late teens and early 20s. Here are some Troll collaborators that will go on to become well known in his community. Around December 2016, one of the numerous collaborators, a now former friend of Troll, EJ, had made a video exposing of his own on the letter proving that Troll has indeed been paying off people to spread hate on Troll's fans, and the Troll had allegedly been spying on him through a hacking device on their Skype server as well as other horrible things. The video was met with negative responses from Troll's friends, with them saying, Troll wouldn't do anything like that. You're purposely creating drama based on wrong facts. Back in the day, one could see the videos as a drama spawner. The people were making off of content creators in general, but watching the videos now with the added information on Troll's case of him grooming minors, I'd say it's for more relevancies now. For further proof, you can watch EG's expose from this link. Above you see is a screenshot of EJ's expose where he showcased a disturbing message Troll had sent him on Skype around 2016, which involves a joke relating to that. His old bio on YouTube officializes this being Troll himself behind the message. If you look at most of Troll's videos these days, you may see a concerning pattern in his videos, those being the fact that he barely, if ever, was able to blur out his collaborator faces or ask for their consent to publish videos on them. One of the most concerning now removed videos I ever saw of him published including his number one collaborator, Anton that number, completely shirtless in front of the camera, despite the fact that Anton was around 13 at the time, and it's also against YouTube's policies to publish videos about child nudity, even with comedic intent. Check out this link to view YouTube's child safety policies. Okay, showing off people's faces without their consent is one thing, but showing a child's face on the internet with them being shirtless is disgusting. I'm sorry. It's disgusting. It's not a haha funny the kid take off his shirt. No, it's just straight up disgusting, and you're horrible for that, Troll. Above you see another picture of Troll making a disgusting joke relating to that, this time towards Anton on YouTube. Quick note, there's been a lot of instances where groomers disguise their grooming mechanism as jokes. This is usually done as a way to desensitize the victim or victims to sexual contact and or physical contact. You can find more information about it and the whole grooming process here. Okay, there's a difference between making a dark joke and actually doing a dark joke. Like, for example, if you want to do like, you can do a dark joke about, let's say, school pew pew, but like, you gotta do it in a way that it's at least not in poor taste or that it's actually funny. But if you actually do that or you just make fun of the actual people, then yeah, it's just disgusting. Chapter 3, a shocking found, and here you can see the TheMuteTroll's Skype account, and in early October 2024, my computer began facing network problems, and we had the computer fully fixed by October 18th, but it looks like they not only had to fix the network problems, but they also fixed the major problems I had with Skype. In late 2021 and early 2022, something happened that caused me not to be able to access my Skype account anymore, and I was extremely happy that they fixed it after like 2 to 3 years. However, that wasn't the only thing surrounding Skype, as not only had the access problem been fixed, but I also got to see the mute troll still on my contacts list. To those who are reading this document that haven't used Skype, the picture above shows that I apparently talked with Troll just a year ago in 2023. This isn't actually true, as Skype's messaging system has been programmed in a way that all the messages people have sent to each other many years ago tend to be displayed as having chatted with the person over a year ago. The last time I have talked with Troll on Skype was in 2016, when I messaged a simple hello to him, and he messaged something similar to me in return. It was during those moments when I came to the realizations I talked about in the first chapter of this document. My computer is a Windows 10, but it had yet to migrate it into the version in 2016, when I was still using either Windows 8 or 8.1, and therefore there's not any messages shown in the picture above. People may also be wondering why I haven't removed Troll from my contacts by this point. Well, remember that I didn't tell him anything about ending my friendship with him because I didn't want him to be upset about the reasons I wanted to end. Those been talked about in the first chapter of this document as well, and he would have noticed if I had removed him from my contacts list. And this was also before I had found out about the full extent of his disgusting actions behind the scenes in April 2023, which was back when I still didn't have access to my Skype account. Currently, Troll doesn't seem to be active in Skype anymore and has completely moved somewhere elsewhere, but there's one element to this that I haven't yet shown. I want you guys to keep in mind of his Skype name and everything else on this photo. On his profile, I was able to find his Skype name, that being The Lonely Spy, the same exact name he had shown on his old YouTube bio and the name he went by back when he was taking advantage of EJ and multiple other kid users. On his Skype fanbase in the mid-2010s, he also, since then, updated his profile picture, which previously was a picture of a cat eye and is currently the same picture he also uses as his YouTube channel's profile picture. So this definitely means that Troll must have been like an adult or at least 18 and over to be taking advantage of these kids. And if he's old right now, that means he would probably be in his like mid-20-ish or my like early 30s. I have no idea, but he's definitely an adult in this situation. Chapter 4: The Discord Shenanigans. In April 2024, I had released my second video expose where I exposed most of Troll's followers on his own Discord server, TMTD, who were just as twisted as him. I was able to find chats about weird sexual fanfics between Troll and numerous collaborators, as well as disgusting jokes relating to pedophilia and that. I had also checked out the server rules condemning messages like these, yet nothing has been done and is a form of bad administration. At this point, I wanted to make a report about the server, but I wasn't able to find anything relating to the reporting Discord server. I also found out that other users on that server, that Troll's own sister, Kira, has allegedly taken over his Discord server account for currently unknown reasons, although it's possible that she did it so after getting aware of the allegations against her brother. But whether or not the account is being used by Troll or not right now is up to anyone's debate. However, I've since found out that some of Troll's fans still actively chat with him on Discord, who either refuse to believe any of the allegations towards him or are just not aware of the allegations. Chapter 5: Closing Remarks. As of October 19, 2024, TheMuteTroll still remains active on YouTube, Twitter, as well on his Discord server, and whether you choose to believe or not the allegations towards Troll, you won't be able to deny that one fact about him is true: he always surrounded himself with minors. I certainly do believe that he does have bad intention in his mind whenever he got the chance to get into contact with both of his fans and collaborators alike. Most of the collaborators themselves have continued on with their lives and have since mostly forgotten about Troll. And while the whole case seems like one big rabbit hole, we can still hope for more updates and attention on it. As for me, I'll be keeping an eye out for Troll if he gets caught up with more controversies, because that's something more likely to happen to him now. Thanks to whoever read the whole documentation from the top to bottom. Alevix. So, yeah, that was the whole document. And whether or not, if you believe personally that he is a pedophile or not, I truly believe that he is a pedophile, or at the very least a danger to children, because he has so many contacts with children. At this point, I'm getting very concerned. And what scares me the most is he's still active on YouTube, and he has like 60,000 subs, and I'm getting a little paranoid because I don't want this dude to get into contact with more children, regardless of where he is and where he lives. No matter if he thinks that the age of consent is 14, that does not mean that every kid is from Italy. With that being said, thank you to Alevix for showing me and grabbing my attention on this, because I do want to keep predators and creeps out of the internet. And also, thank you guys for watching, because we need to spread awareness about this dude, because we're scared that he might get into contact with more children and potentially do bad intentions with them. But with that being said, I'm going to go back to the graves and hopefully get some sleep. But yet again, thank you to Alevix, and thank you guys for watching this video. With that being said, hope you guys have a good day, and goodbye.